Hello and good evening. Uh, I'll start with giving my update of the fast that I did. The third day of my fast, which was day before yesterday. Yesterday I could not give because I wanted to see the post-fast experience and then include in this video as well. So third day also went out pretty smooth as previous 2 days. Uh, I was on water full day, without water full day, right from the morning from 5 o'clock. And I just had a cup of black coffee at around 3 p.m. and then again without water up to 5:30. And then up to 9, I was only on water. I opened my fast with the soup at 9. So I completed 72 hours of fast with in which 36 hours were with water and remaining 36 without. And when I opened the fast, it was pretty smooth. I did not feel any problem. I did not have any reflex because the digestive system, was totally not working without any movement. Of course, little bit of movement because of some liquids. That's all. But no solid food had gone. So I took semi-solid soup, but I could digest it pretty well. But as usual, when you open your fast and start consuming food, your gastric juices, saliva, and everything starts secreting again, and hunger pangs also return. So I felt a little more hungry after taking soup, so I had a banana, and again I ended the day with some nuts, but I could digest without any problems. So over these 3 days, I lost 4 kgs of weight, 4 kgs over 3 days, and when I did 6 days of foodless fasting with water in December, I lost 4 kgs in 6 days. So same results in terms of weight loss I got over 3 days. So when they say dry fasting has 3 times effect, which was easily proved with this because 50%, 1.5 days I was dry fasting. That means 3 times 4.5 plus remaining 1.5, 6 days. So my 3 days fasting was equivalent to 6 days of with water fast. In terms of weight loss, I could lose same amount of weight, 4 kgs of weight over 3 days as I did over 6 days in December. Though my objective was not to lose weight because I'm not overweight, it is just an indicator. Because when you regain weight after losing in a fasting process, you gain pretty healthy weight because your dead cells are gone, they are eaten away through autophagy, and it is a rebuilding process. And if it is a desirable weight, if your body needs it, it comes back, else it doesn't. So between yesterday and today evening up to today, I've regained 2 kgs. So after losing 4 kgs, I've regained 2 kgs, maybe 1.5, 2 days more I will regain remaining 2 kgs if it is a desirable weight. So maybe the body will decide. Let's see how it goes. So more benefits, I will experience in coming days time. As of now, I am not feeling any difference. During my fasting days, also I was very alert and agile. Though a little bit of shivering and dizziness the first 2 days, which went away on the third day. But now I am not feeling any of those things. But what I've experienced whenever I fast and whomsoever I tell about fasting, they themselves get scared and try to scare me also. Fasting, अरे why are you doing fasting? तुम्हें क्या जरूरत है fasting? यार तुम क्यों कर रहे हो इन चक्करों में, क्यों पड़ रहे हो? तुम्हें क्यों इतना weight loss करना है? और तुम्हें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? So I keep on telling them that weight loss is not the only objective of fasting, and food is not about gaining weight and losing weight. Food is associated with everything that happens in the body. Any disease or any wellness that happens in the body is related to food that we consume. Food is not only about weight gain and weight loss. कि ज्यादा खा लिया तो वेट बढ़ गया, कम खा लिया तो वेट कम हो गया, फास्टिंग कर लिया तो कुछ नहीं खा रहे इसका मतलब आपका वेट गिर जाएगा, ज्यादा खाओ तो बढ़ जाएगा. It's not about the quantity of food that we consume. What is more important is the quality of food that decides our health. So Food determines every aspect of our health and whatever happens in our body. So that is very important to understand. So it becomes very difficult for me to explain to everyone that why I am fasting. It is not for weight loss. It is to experience general health benefits, which are physical as well as mental both. सो जो करें वही इसको जान सकते हैं, नहीं तो फास्टिंग से हमें लगता है कि नजर मेरे से कमजोरी आ जाती है, कुछ नहीं कर पाते, खाना जा नहीं रहा अंदर तो शरीर कमजोर हो गया. Whereas the reality is more we eat, weaker we become. More we eat, weaker we become. Why? Because the body has to spend huge amount of energy in digesting the food that we consume. If we eat heavy, it will be huge energy expenditure. If we eat mild or moderate, it will be equivalent energy expenditure. So when we are not eating, we are actually conserving entire energy. And when we're doing short fast, energy body has huge amount of reserve energy in form of fat and dead cells and glycogen, which are used during that process. So we do not feel weak at all. Otherwise, even if people who are habitual of say tea or coffee, they don't get one time, they feel headache and as if body has given up. There's no energy at all. Because those are stimulants, we have habituated our bodies to those kind of stimulations, and unless we get those stimulations, our body cannot function. That is addiction. We'll get headache, we'll get sleepy, lethargic. So it is addiction, which is very different. So we have to get rid of any addictions of any kind of food. Drinking here and there is not a problem if we are not habitual. And that is true with any kind of food. If we are habitual to any kind of food, that means we are having addiction to that food, and that same food will make us sick. And that is the reality. If we are not able to live without any particular kind of food, that means our body is addicted to that food and it will make us sick. That is how so many or almost all lifestyle related disorders we are having these days are related to bad eating. Not overeating, yes, but it's primarily bad eating. Because bad food only you can overeat. Good food you can't overeat at all. Can we overeat fruits? Can we overeat nuts and seeds? No, we can't. But snacks, if we eat samosa, pakora, jalebis, and breads, biscuits, we can easily overeat. So bad eating is related to overeating. Good eating cannot be done in excess. So that is the reality. So that's about my fasting. And of course, I'll touch upon again the burning topic which continues to scare us even today. Mr. Corona. So Corona might be laughing at humans that what all drama we are doing because of this small little invisible creature. So why it will be laughing? Because Corona might be thinking it was always part and parcel of our life. It has always been with us and will always be. It's just that we did not know the name Corona. If we heard the name of SARS virus a few years back, SARS. So full form of SARS is Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome. This SARS virus and SARS disease was pretty famous, I think, a few years back. So Corona is nothing but another virus in the same family. Its scientific name is SARS-CoV-2. It is SARS-CoV-2. The disease name which is given by WHO is COVID-19. Coronavirus disease 19 for the want of better name. But actually it is not a disease. Corona is just an old virus and it will always remain, and it just causes common flu, cough and cold, sore throat, fever, which has the potential to become pneumonia if we don't take care. And when it becomes pneumonia, which is in very few cases, maybe 5-10% cases, and then it becomes a little life-threatening. And that too, especially in old age people and people who are already sick, who have lungs and chest problems like asthma, bronchitis, and who have diabetes, have some heart conditions. Only those people are more susceptible to go into a severe condition, and deaths are very rare. Even studies say that it is 0.3% or something, which is very nominal. Now, if we can easily say there's so many news coming around, so many people dying, and people are lying on the roads in Italy and US and all that, which is actually crap, which is actually propagated by media. And when we actually tried to find the reality, we found that some of those clippings were from any movie scene like zombie movies or those kind of apocalypse movies. And some say that lions are roaming on the streets of Russia and all that. They are actually clippings. So media makes its money by creating such kind of propaganda. But the reality is, yes, a few people have died in some parts of the world, like Italy, say 5,000-6,000 people have died, probably. And my understanding is pneumonia. People who got pneumonia out of severe this cough and cold, they only died, and they were primarily old people, not young people. And as I explained in my previous video also, they have lost the capability or the hospital capacity to treat infectious diseases. So when they got flu patients together because of whatever reason, flu, see, it could be in anywhere. We had viral season every year or dengue season every year when a lot of people, a lot of patients are rushed to hospitals and few of them die. Same thing happened in Italy. But it is not as frequent as in India. We got used to in India people dying of dengue, malaria, and other things. So we don't bother. But when it happens, when a European country, lot of hue and cries made around the world, WHO gets alert, and we get scared that that thing will come. That paper tiger will come to India. We have real huge tigers in our backyard. Already, that paper tiger is nothing in front of them. Yes, 19-20 people have died in India. We should not have been. Every life is precious. But the reality is they have died of pneumonia, which could have been anyway. And I explained in my previous video, 450,000 children die of pneumonia in India every year. And total population of dying from pneumonia is 15 lakh. Per day is how many? And we are talking about 20 deaths from an imported virus, which is actually ridiculous. And we have 1 month of lockdown. The most deadly virus in the history of mankind is HIV. Human immunodeficiency virus HIV, which causes AIDS. And India has the second largest population of HIV positive people. But have you ever heard in newspapers or in media? 25 lakh even today at present as we talk, people have HIV positive in India. And out of that, 70,000 AIDS patients, which converts into AIDS, 70,000 die every year. That is 200 deaths every day. For that virus with which 200 people are dying every day, and it is the most deadliest virus with no treatment at all, we don't make any hue and cry. With 20 people of pneumonia, which are primarily old people, yes, again, they are precious, but they would have died their natural death. And maybe because of wrongly handled by hospitals, by wrong treatments also. 20 over the last 2 months. And here 200 daily. And all the infectious diseases will be huge number. And no budgets are announced at all. And here we are having huge 15,000 crore budget for corona. And this name we will not hear after a few months, 1 or 2 months, we will not hear the name of corona again. But it doesn't mean corona will perish. It will not. It will stay. It was there in the past. It will be there in the future as well. Because all the pneumonia deaths we are already having, I'm sure many of them, those deaths are already with corona. May not be SARS-CoV-2, any other species of corona, any other strain of corona. So where are we? So the entire episode reminds me of that story of the shepherd and the wolf. The shepherd keeps on crying, wolf, 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 just for the fun. And the entire village comes with sticks and a lot of weapons to kill that wolf, and it is not there at all. This time also it is there, but it is our street dog. It's not a wolf. China has cried wolf, 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 and we are running to find that wolf, which is actually not there. And my worry is when the actual wolf comes. It's not a matter of getting scared, but maybe we do not know what future will throw to us. We may get some new pathogens, new diseases. That is how nature works to balance it out. We may not be ready to the actual threat. So we have to take all the precautions as we take for common cold, cough, and pneumonia and influenza. We do not have to get specially and extra scared of this disease. It is not a life-threatening disease. Out of total 90 to 95% people are getting cured anyway. And death rates are very low, especially in more susceptible people and who do not get proper treatment. And treatment are not heavy antibiotics, as most of the hospitals they are treating this disease with heavy antibiotics. No, that is not the answer. Answer is very simple: high dose of vitamin C. I keep on telling. I have been telling last more than 1.5 years, for all infectious diseases, high dose of vitamin C is the answer. And now some hospitals in the US have realized that yes, vitamin C is the answer, and they are giving vitamin C infusions, and they are getting wonderful results. The problem is they still continue to give antibiotics and keep the patient hospitalized. It's not required at all. So we should keep general hygiene, take high doses of vitamin C in form of citrus fruits, in form of lemon water, in form of maybe if you can get some vitamin C tablets. And turmeric is beautiful antibiotic. It works against all the infections. Turmeric water, and that's all we need, and nothing will go wrong at all. So hope that this will mitigate a little bit of scare for corona. So I will update about my post-fasting experience in a few days' time. Until then, take care, stay healthy, goodbye.